for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh.
It's like, it's not that I have a vocal fry. I have allergies. It's time to start the allergy medicine again, isn't it?
It's close to it. It's close to it.
I think everybody has had allergies earlier this year. Of course, the weather has been so nuts.
Yeah.
And it's March. And people's memories seem to be very short. It's like, well, this has never happened. Yes, it has. It's just that everybody is very much subject to the propaganda.
What are you talking about, like the allergies?
The allergies, the weather, all this stuff.
It happens every year.
It does. It does. Weather happens every year.
The only thing that I cannot recall that has ever happened before was that sick.
Yeah, that was unusual. Mm-hmm. That was weird. It even affected, like, teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what's going on with that. It's just whatever. And it's like, I have one of the J.D. Vance memes. If you have not been on X and you have been missing the J.D. Vance memes, they have been epic. And people don't understand it. It's like, he had even reposted one himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember who I was listening to this morning, but they were talking about how that's a term of endearment for some people. And with him, it is. But it's incredible how he truly has a face that works with almost every picture.
Even on Mudahar.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just
crazy.
It has been epic.
He is the everyman. He is every kid.
He is the every person. He is the epitome of human.
Yeah.
And of course, this was the lady that was there on the plane. She had seen a reptilian or something. They got to her. They did. That's not the same. That is not the same human.
No.
That's a clone or something.
It's not even. It's a body double, is what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof. Get this, Ariana. People were saying, "Oh, she was joking about it or whatever," but it was called the Happy Days memory removal treatment.
Oh, so they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That is one of the things about a lot of the alien abductions, which some people have said that's all been government. I think that was from, oh my God, the man that's odd, Greer, that had said that all that was government, the CIA and stuff. And it's like, if your brain is not spinning at this point, then God bless you, because you're either able to keep up with all of it or you have removed yourself from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's times that I have to remove myself from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is such conflicting information right now. And, oldest kid, we were talking today, it's like, God is simplicity. He is rationality. He is logic. He is reason. He is kindness and caring, compassion, love, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that's not that, it's not him.
No.
It's not a matter of... Now, he would use confusion as far as towards enemies. I think it's just allowing them to confuse themselves.
Yeah. To mind fuck themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's... People are so volatile right now. This eclipse energy is doing a number on lots of people's.
Yeah, it's not good.
No. No, it's not. So people, I think that there was something in Aries also, which
shit.
With, like I said, it's just volatile energy. It's volatile. Yeah. And I did finally watch the interview with Matt Baker and David Icke. I will put the link on X. I was disappointed. I was honestly disappointed. And I guess that's what I get for going in with any kind of expectation.
Well, you were expecting it to sort of be like this grandiose thing, weren't you? Like, sort of, kind of, or at least this profound.
Well, like I said, I have, as far as Baker's presentations, now he will go in and he will shake people out of their complacency with his very bombastic style.
Uh-huh.
That needs to be done, especially in government and things like that. But when you are, and people do what they do for their own reasons, and I'm not saying that that's why he did what he did. When you put Elon Musk as the face of evil, are you doing that because you truly believe he's the face of evil, or you're doing that because that's going to get you more clicks and views? Because everybody knows who he is. Mm-hmm. I question that. I don't know. Yeah. And it's like, I think it's interesting that he was using Elon's platform to broadcast his show. And it was interesting also because X had supposedly cyber attacks. And we're recording this on March the 10th of 2025. Uh-huh. And so this morning it was just like, oh, look, X is having problems. And we knew that they were having problems because I check other news sources and stuff. Mm-hmm. But X is that is the only social media thing that I use at this point.
Yeah.
And so trying to find other news, immediate news, is very difficult.
Yes. And that is the place to get immediate news.
Yeah.
People can be their own independent reporters.
They are. And I even went to some message boards that's usually pretty, up to date and stuff like that. Nothing. And, of course, people, if they've got jobs, they're not going to be posting that much during the day. And so it came out that they were saying that the IP address was Ukraine.
Duh.
But that doesn't mean anything. In today's world with VPNs, you can have an IP address of anywhere.
That's true. But, I mean, not everybody uses a VPN, though.
Right.
I mean, there's still hackers out there that do not.
Oh, hackers do their own thing. They can either be one of the white hats or they can be on the other side.
Yeah.
I think they're just in their own sphere. They're probably all Aquarians.
I don't know.
It's like, that's something we need to find out. It's like, take a survey of hackers.
Yeah.
Are you an Aquarian? But that would be the best sign to be a hacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really would.
Anyhow,
Matt was...
Scorpios. Because they can dig up shit.
Yes, they can. You got a whole lot of Virgos and stuff. The dot connectors. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
The amount of talent that has come out during this period of time. But Matt Baker was talking about, it was paranoia. Flat out, it was paranoia. Oh, it's because I'm doing this with Ike. It's because I'm talking about Elon. No, Matt. Nobody cared. Had nothing to do with you.
Literally. So the interview was on X?
Yeah, it's on X. If I can go back, I will find the address there on X. I think that it was one of those that he had live streamed it. Because you can do that on X. They're trying to be a one-stop shop, which is maybe good and maybe bad. And today shows you why it would be bad. Because if one part of it's down, the whole thing's down.
Yeah. Well, what it's trying to do is trying to be like a mecca.
Mm-hmm. I get that. And I don't know that that's a bad thing.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing either. Because, I mean, it's just one website, And then you'll still have other websites to go on and stuff like that.
Right. But when you're sitting there, it's like, no, it has nothing to do with you and your interview with David Icke.
It's just a little bit of paranoia.
Yeah. Well, he did say, as far as one of the videos I had watched, he was talking about smoking weed. In this one, he was talking about DMT, and it's like, dude, you may be just a little bit crispy.
As a weed smoker, I can firsthand experience. It will make you paranoid.
Yeah.
It will.
Especially with the energy right now.
It especially with the energy,
The
planetary
eclipse
alignments,
energy.
all that shit, and along with the fact if it's a mega dose, like high potency, you will freak out.
This is
and spiral.
not the time. This is a matter of being sober-minded. It truly is. And that's something else Leo King has warned people about. Do not be imbibing in some of these things right now. You need your wits about you.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I'm not smoking up. That's why it's like literally I could feel it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, go and take a prolonged break for a bit.
It's for people who use it for medical reasons, and that's, if they're an adult, I don't care. You do you.
Yeah.
But it's like there are times to do things and there are times not to do things.
Right.
And with energies like this,
it's not the time.
No, it's really not. But it was interesting how they were discussing AI and how AI may possibly be the demise of humanity. But there's a lot of things that could be the demise of humanity, but that ultimately is up to God.
Right.
And I responded to him and I'm like, look, we're going into the age of Aquarius, and short of some kind of Carrington event, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Mm-mm. And they can point fingers again at Elon, but my God, what would have happened had he not bought Twitter?
Right. I mean, it would have been like Vine.
It would have been a shit show.
Well, the thing is, it would have been like Vine, and it would have just gone by the wayside by this point.
There would have been no freedom of speech because all the other platforms were preventing people from communicating with each other.
You know what? That's right. That's true.
Uh-huh. And it's like, he's not the only one developing something like Neuralink. There were other companies that had been doing the brain chipping before he got into it. Mm-hmm. There's other companies that they didn't mention. Sam Altman with AI.
No.
Who
they
has
conveniently leave
just,
shit out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's just the ones we know about. What about in all these other countries that are doing this stuff with AI that nobody's even talking about?
Right. Nobody's talking about that.
Mm-hmm. So I thought,
when you do, people will yell at you.
In some ways, yeah, they will yell at you. And that's something that's coming up on the table, and I'm like, okie dokie, here we go.
Yeah, now you got firsthand experience with that now.
Which one?
The go fuck your face.
Oh, that was on something else. It was somebody. It was so funny. You know that you've hit a libtard.
Oh yeah.
When
Not
you've got somebody that
just a sensitive ass person.
It was. That person is a paradox unto himself, and he doesn't even realize it. Mm-mm. When you've got an American flag by your name, and yet underneath it you've got communist, all right, that's some dysfunction right there.
Yeah.
And my question, and it was on a John Stossel video. Of all things, John Stossel. He is truly an investigative reporter. I have followed that man's work for many, many years.
Uh-huh.
And he's pretty much libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? So am I. I am an independent human being.
Yes, you're an independent thinker.
Yes.
You don't follow what other people say.
And it's like, I don't feel the need to have a label beside my name.
No.
None of that. But
because
anyhow.
They're pointless. They're stupid.
It was a matter of he was talking about that China was doing fine. He was talking about communist countries, that Vietnam was fine, China was fine. And I said, okay, why don't you apply to move there? Why not go to a country that already has in place the system that you are seeking?
Mm-hmm.
And that was where I got told to go fuck my face. And my response was, That's what I thought. Thank you for confirming my suspicions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So within this, and I'm like, if somebody
expose their asses.
if somebody gets cornered, some people, let's put it like this, if some people get cornered, instead of them pausing, making a decision, do I want to continue this conversation? Is this worth, the hill worth dying on or what? Do I need to do some self-reflection to see if I am in error? You've got people that are becoming very agitated right now.
Well, what happens when you corner a wild animal?
Exactly. And that we have got these protests that are going on right now. Bless. Protests going on. And these things are funded. They had a man that was standing out with some kind of protest sign or whatever it was. And they asked him, it's like, are you being paid? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. At least he admitted it.
Yeah.
That's like some of the TikTokers that refused to admit that they were government shields until the picture came out of them at the Oval Office.
Yeah. That was with Biden.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them. And see, that is illegal. If they are being paid by either political party, any political party, they are supposed to disclose that.
Yes, but
because they become a paid spokesman.
But the enemy does not play fair.
Nope. No, they don't. And this is some of the stuff that's happening in America. We've got stuff that's happening worldwide. Mm-hmm. And Palmer was talking about that this week was just going to be basically life-altering for the world, or world-altering. Don't know exactly in what way, but we do have that eclipse on the 14th. Mm-hmm. I think it's the 13th into the 14th, depending on your time zone. And
it's gonna be some freaky shit.
Yeah. But I really was disappointed in the interview, and this is something that has always bothered me, because you've got people, as far as when they try to talk about religion, but they don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about their experience with religious people who may or may not have known what they were talking about, instead of them doing research for themselves. That's the reason that I refer people to Michael Heiser. There's been many people that I have learned from over the years, many, but there was no one else like him. He was just dear to me. I still listen to his lectures because there's always something that I can learn.
Mm-hmm. It's valuable.
Yeah. But when you've got somebody, it's like, oh yes, I was an atheist, and I'm like, you rejected a belief system based on what?
Right.
And then you've got Icke, that he's up his own ass on some of this stuff. I don't know who hurt him as far as religion, but his version of Christ is totally in error. Totally.
See, that's why I don't know what the fuck I heard, but it's like,
yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to listen to that.
Yeah, I think he gets into some of this Gnostic stuff, which is that saying that God is broken, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's a very arrogant, dangerous way of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that it's humans' job to fix him. I don't think so.
There is nothing to fix. We just have to sit and watch his stuff play out. Mm-hmm. We don't got to do nothing but pray.
Yeah. Yeah.
And have faith.
And in some ways, they were almost giving more credit to the devil and in his ability to control and do what he does on this world, and without ever giving any, credit or even concept of what God may do. Mm-hmm. I've heard that lots from not just them, other people. And over the past couple of days, some of the most blasphemous stuff, just demonic, has come out. I mean, insane. And then over in Syria and stuff, you had the slaughter of Christians. That's been going on lots of places. That went on during the time of Obama, that there were people in the Middle East. They could have brought those Christians here. They did not. It happened in Palestine, that there were Palestinian Christians, that they could have been brought here or someplace else. They did not. There was one post that I saw, and I don't know the accuracy or the validity of it, that said that in Syria that Putin was sending troops in to protect the Christians.
He was sending troops in to protect the Christians?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I hope that's accurate. I don't know. Now, y'all, if you find out whether that's valid or not, let me know. If I'm in error, let me know.
Yeah.
But it was, like I said, it was a disappointing interview. And I had listened to 2 hours of it. There's another hour that I have not, and I don't know if I can deal with another hour of it, that they were sort of kind of, it's like this prison planet, in prison within prison within prison, and this, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. And I'm like, oh shit.
It's like, fuck
Stop
you, dude.
it.
Fuck you, dude, and your fucking black-pilled ass.
Yes.
It's like, no, there's always hope. Always.
Mm-hmm. With God there is hope. And you have to have hope.
Yes.
Hope deferred makes the heart sick. That is scripture.
Mm-hmm.
If you are sending a message where there is no hope, you are bringing a curse on the people that are listening.
Yes. Yes.
There's always hope. Where there is life, there is hope.
But you know, that's something that I've seen. It's like, if there's any inkling of hope, they will try their damn best to squash that hope. And it's like, you back up. You back off. Get behind me, Satan. You
Absolutely.
ain't gonna fucking do that shit. With God, there is always hope.
Yes. And that is the one factor that a lot of people are not talking about. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea what God's going to do.
No.
The devil will do what he's going to do. The devil always overplays its hand. And then God at some point will go, my turn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. God lets the devil run around, do his little shit, and then God has to only... When God moves one piece,
yeah. He may flip
it completely outdoes anything that the devil does.
He may totally flip over the whole chessboard. I mean, hey, he's known for flipping over tables.
Which is fucking awesome, you know?
Absolutely. And
he's known for running people out with a whip.
Yeah.
Or was it a whip?
It was.
And I'm like, that's kick ass. That's awesome.
That is something that people do not understand, that as far as the return of Christ, it is not going to be as the babe in the manger this time. It will be as warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a matter of the forces of darkness that have harmed humans, the podlings, the little people, those who were weak and stuff like that. They act like he's coming down here to just wipe out everybody. No, it's a matter of forces of darkness. Now, if you on the side of the forces of darkness, be afraid. You should.
You should be afraid.
Yeah.
Shaking your boots. Ooh.
And that's exactly what is happening, is that the forces of darkness, they know their time is short.
Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. It's like, seriously, their evil cannot go on forever.
No. It truly can't. And even as far as them talking about, Starlink or whatever it's called, and it's like, oh yes, it's going to be a neural network and it's going to control everybody. Do I really believe that? Do I really believe that? And it's like, there are incredible stories that people can weave.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And it's like, any kind of new technology, it is a tool. It can be used for the purposes of good, or it can be used for the purposes of evil.
Mm-hmm. It's like Christian TikToker that I've followed. It's like, let's talk about astrology. And then they wanted to shit on it and say that it's evil and all that. And it's like, there are people that use it for evil, and then there's people to be like, oh, okay, that's what's happening. Okay, that makes sense.
It's one of those things that even Heiser, he would get so tripped up because I don't know that he understood how astrology was used during ancient times. I really don't. But there are a lot of things in Scripture that is very much goes along with the constellations. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you want to call it astrology, do we really think that there's any random? There is no random.
Because it's puzzle pieces.
Yes. To sit there and God goes, whoop, there's another one who's on the planet. Whoop, there's another one that's on. That is not how that works.
No. Everything is very strategic.
Yes. It is the precision of a Swiss watch. Mm-hmm. Even the precession of the planets. It is precise.
Mm-hmm. Everything is so precisely and intricately designed and wove together.
Mm-hmm. And as far as somebody, if you've got an astrologer that's going, oh, this is your fate, get another astrologer. Your fate is not fixed. Right. You have free will. Mm-hmm. They can help you guide through different points in your life to sit there and go, okay, expect some changes during this period of time.
Right.
That gives you a little bit to sit there and go, okay, I need to pay more attention to this.
But nobody has a fixed fate.
No, they don't. But like I said, I think on a lot of that, now, are there people that use astrology for evil? Absolutely. As far as rituals and different things like that, and calling forth forces of darkness, that's using it for evil.
Right.
That was not the intended purpose of the pattern of the planets.
No. That's why certain songs are dropped in the music industry. That's why certain albums are released and stuff like that. They do that shit.
You've lost me on that one.
Luciferians. With the witchcraft and shit like that.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The black magic.
Yeah. That's true. But that can also be used to sit there and go, oh, this is not going to be a good day for you. Do not do this on this day. Do this on another day. This will be better. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's simply using a tool. And I have prayed about this. My God, I have prayed about this for over 20 years or more. And that puts a lot of people that are followers of Christ, that puts them in a hard spot. Yeah. Why, if you've got a tool, if you were given a tool, why would you refuse to use it?
Right. It's like
that's sitting there going, oh, you got a hammer? No, use this rock.
Like legit, if it's a tool that makes your life easier, why would you refuse to use it?
Superstition.
Well, guess what? A lot of that superstition shit is the devil, trying to trip people up.
A lot of it is. Now, as far as necromancy, don't talk to the dead. They're out of the loop and it just annoys them. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
You know?
Mm-hmm. It's like, don't do that.
Don't mess with the forces of darkness. Even with some of these psychedelic drugs and stuff like that, you're opening doors and you don't know what's on the other side.
Right. That goes along with talking to the dead. You also don't know what you're talking to.
Absolutely, because a lot of times you get lying spirits, you get deceiving spirits. Mm-hmm. As humans...
What do mimics do?
Well, yeah. As humans, we are here to be human. If we were supposed to interact with some of these other forces on a daily basis, we would do that.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with being human.
I'm fine with being human, too. And to celebrate being human. And to be simple.
Yeah.
And coddling. And to think for myself.
Yeah. Yes.
And to question. The truth does not mind being questioned.
No.
It will prove itself true because it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But a lie will fall apart and it will get pissed off and violent.
Yeah.
So please, wherever you are, keep your head on a swivel.
Head on a swivel.
I will put the
Head on a
link
swivel.
to the interview, and you can, if you want to weed your way through it, and if you want to sit there and go, Orlando, honey, you need to go back and listen to that again because this and this and this and this. Okay.
I don't know. I'm still focusing on the head on a swivel. Head on a swivel. It reminds me of I can't remember what. It was an Ivy Lavon song. You know, the one that had the biscuit song?
Yes.
I think you might have missed it.
There you go.
I can't remember if it was the Dame. Or if it was... I think it was the Dame Says or something like that.
I don't know. I
That
have no clue. I have no clue.
Yeah. But it was, that was literally part of the lyric. Keep your head on a swivel, head on a swivel. And she was whipping that ponytail.
If you're one of these, as far as God, it's like, in your opinion towards God and Christ, is it because of what somebody else told you, did to you, or have you made your own search? Search for yourself.
Right.
Start with Michael Heiser.
Mm-hmm.
He was such an amazing scholar. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he was perfect. He wasn't. Like, there's some things. But there's a tremendous amount of information out there on the internet. I know that on Spotify and on YouTube. I don't know that I've looked for his stuff on BitChute or Rumble yet. BitChute, folks, I have not forgotten you. I never forget you. I don't. But it's just, YouTube is still, it's older. It's habit. It's just habit. But it was called the Naked Bible Podcast.
Yeah.
Because he did not believe that people should be afraid of their Bibles. And that there's a lot of people that they do not, if they don't understand it, they'll gloss over it, ignore it, or what. And that includes a whole lot of the supernatural. Yeah. Without the paranormal and supernatural, you have another philosophy.
Yeah.
That's it. It is a matter of the realm of spirit. Mm-hmm. And he has some incredible information out there.
And that's what boggles my mind. It's like, you cannot call yourself a believer in Christ and then discredit the supernatural.
Right.
Because that is the whole thing.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it talks about the Nephilim and all that. People don't want to deal with that.
The elites eat mermaids. They eat mermaids.
That's what he heard.
They're killing them.
And as far as the genetic manipulation, all this stuff has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not new. There is nothing new under the sun. Everybody's having the paranormal. Everybody having the supernatural. Stop and think before you speak and or type.
Oh no, I'll say this with my whole chest. Does somebody want a cat?
Oh God, the cats have been crazy too. I mean, this energy affects it affects every living thing. So, you want to tell the folks where we can be found? You
can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Orlando, COCWS.
We was on the road a lot today.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on the road tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can find me on X, too, if you want. I post doll stuff and other... I don't post just doll stuff.
Thank you, Sean.
Yes.
You were very loved.
You were so right, though. Like, those shoes,
yeah.
Like,
Sean
honestly,
is
they
a Renaissance
the vibe.
man. He knows a little bit about everything. He truly does.
I posted that. I put the picture of those new Barbie basics, and I was like, so you're going to sit here and lie to my face telling me that these dolls are pretty? Now, the wigs, yeah, if they were on a better sculpt, they could work. But the fact that he clocked the shoes, and I didn't even clock the shoes, you know? And it's like, damn, you're right. They just throw the whole vibe off. And I responded, they could have put her in a good black pump.
We have some of the most incredible listeners, viewers, whatever, humans. We have collected an amazing group of humans.
We really have.
And it's like,
y'all
we
are fucking
love
awesome.
Each and every one of you. We really do.
We love y'all.
We do. And to sit there with the podling pirate porch ponderings.
Mm-hmm. And the possums.
The porch possums. Know that
pirates' friends. Possums are pirates' friends.
They are. Instead, It's mountain pirates. Instead of a parrot, we have possums
And cats.
on the ghost ship.
And cats.
So
Cats and possums.
know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yeah.
Bye.